unless they come in and get this bit right, then they are in a little bit of trouble and building on sand, is my view. I think that the most important element that we have is understanding the boundaries around security. Many of the comments in the research we did with the Institute membership was about let's start building bridges with other parts of the organisation, health and safety, business continuity. Someone who's done a business continuity assessment will have had a look at what the key assets are in the organisation. Well, some of those key assets may well be worth securing. There's an awful lot of business that goes on in other areas. So, entirely consistent with the other members' views is what we've tried to promote in the guide, or trying to promote in the guide, and that is understanding the boundaries around security and building bridges too. It's very important. Categorisation of risk is about, well, what are we doing? Are we just looking after the physical security side of things, or are we looking after information side of stuff, or IT, close protection, whatever, personnel security? Let's understand where the categorisations lie. Risk criteria is just about how we're going to measure the risks, and risk appetite set at the start is what is the organisation prepared to take. And we'll come back to that plenty of times during the risk management cycle, because it can change. You know, the environment changes, there's less money available, okay, but someone in executive authority, if there's going to be a change to risk appetite, someone with executive authority has to take that decision, not someone who's in managing risk on a day-to-day basis. So, just to reflect on it, that to me is the foundation in the whole cycle. We've got an extensive piece of work that Phil Mott led on trying to get together the risk identification and assessing threats and vulnerabilities. But it also goes into that place about building bridges between the security business of information security, IT security, personnel security. We're reflecting on some of the experiences some of us have had of people going into organisations, talking to the head of physical security and the head of IT security, and establishing that neither of them knew about the vetting status of people coming into work in the organisation. International, couldn't be better known international financial organisation. Huge amounts of consumer data. But how did the IT people set the access rights to this data without knowing what the vetting standards were about individuals or groups of individuals within the organisation? So reflecting on some of those sorts of things too. Risk analysis and evaluation, perhaps one of the most complex areas. Analysis can be as much or as little as you want it to be. People study for many years to work out analysis. And we've done an overview of risk assessment, and we've borrowed a table out of ISO 31010. Honestly, I'm not that boring around numbers, let me over it here. But we've actually plucked that out there, which gives a guide for you as to which analysis tools are of value, and evaluation tools are of value in applying risk management.